Hello, everyone. This is breaking news. It says, Barrister Inibehe Effiong says, I'm currently before the Federal High Court in Abuja for a case. I listened to judgment delivered in another case. Honorable Justice Lifu has just upheld Senator Nenadi Esther Usman-led National Caretaker Committee as the only valid and lawful leadership of the Labour Party. The judge reaffirmed that by the Supreme Court's judgment, Julius Abure's tenure had since elapsed. The judge ordered INEC to recognize Nenadi Usman forthwith. Very cool. When I see people talk about strategy, Mr. Peter B, there's nothing. I laugh. You don't know most people don't know the battles that are being fought. This Nenadi Usman, she has been the caretaker. She's supposed to have been. The courts decided that they were not going to recognize her. Just why? Because Peter Obi is in Labour Party. Anything that can be done. The first time when he left, all of a sudden, INEC that had been saying whatever, started changing, but they did a long episode to say that Abure was not this. But when Mr. Peter Obi was still in that, Abure was everything. He was the darling, he was the whatever, right? And this is something, there are so many things that you can't say, that you are privy to knowing. And then when you listen to people are talking, but because, of course, you can't say those things. Confidentiality, you can't expose your tactic. You not allow yourself to be brought to a place where you begin to expose the things that whatever these things. These are things we know. The only thing why they were fighting that whole Labour Party thing was something was not, they refused to allow them and did this thing. They know Abure's tenure had ended, but they refused to allow it go and everything and whatever was simply because Mr. Peter Obi was on it. And the biggest thing that they're fighting since 2020, and they're ready to put in everything, was that Mr. Peter Obi should not be what do you call this thing now? Candidate of any party. That's what they want, because they know the one person that if he is on the ballot paper of a party, that one person that they know will give them is Peter Obi. It's Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. There is no, that these are things that we know. Yes, I am, by the way, I'm an ADC member. I am a card-carrying member of ADC. Just like any other, whatever, person, whatever, however, I'm a card-carrying member of ADC. So anybody, me, as a talk as a party, it is just what it is. They know that is the only thing. And that's why all you see, all these permutations for the data. And for me, I trust on my party, because I'll call it my party. I'm taking ownership. My party to sit down and really think, is this really about winning primaries or winning election? Is it really about what we want or what Nigerians want? And I know the party has been focused on getting what Nigeria wants. The leadership of the party, led by Senator David Mark, has really been on that part. And this is why I say to people, come and join the ADC, come and be part of it, come in there, let's begin to build the things, that are going. This is such an amazing news, hearing, of the Labour Party. The Labour Party, of the Nenadi-led Labour Party, which is not the Labour Party, as was part of the coalition, has been part of the coalition, because opposition leaders and parties came together to say, look, we are going to, for us to be able to go after and defeat these people, we need to come together. And the thing sometimes that really gets me a bit off with a lot of, analysts, strategies, tacticians, what have you, they keep on, this, that. But the things that are being done towards working this way, when they see, they negate it, they will keep pulling out what APC's strength is, but they are never going to tell you what the opposition's strength is. They would rather be bringing the opposition that telling them they can't do anything, they are not doing whatever. Opposition came together. They came together to say, okay, this is about, let's come together and work I guess going for the 2024, because they realize that individually they can't do it, but they can do it collectively. And for those of their candidates that are running at the top, it's okay. You guys come in and run at that, ADC. Come in and run at the ADC level. So I just don't get how people just don't see some of the great things that the opposition is doing to ensure that they do that. But then, hey, it might not be good enough, but let's all put our hands to do that. But just watch this thing. This is all that happened. The moment Peter Obi is no longer there, the fantasization, the whatever, the colonization, like I heard one lady say, I don't even know what I'm saying, but anyway, the English just fits the sequence. It lays, it goes. And so those are the things. Do you know how many battles? The battles that are being fought are not here. The day Peter Obi will really sit down and write his in short, it's not the kind of person, it's not even the kind of one that somebody should write biography. He needs to write an autobiography as he's sitting down and say this, documenting everything. Nigerians are going to open their mouth and say, so you were going through all of this and you were looking as if nothing was happening. You were moving all over the country, doing your own thing. And what have you and what have you? Even this removal of police security from this thing, what do you really think it was all about? But anyway, that's story for another day. Ponder on it and really talk about it. But hey, I'm here to tell you the breaking news. Nenadi Usman, the court has, declared Nenadi Usman as the chairman of Labour Party, that caretaker committee, as the authentic, leadership of the Labour Party, and that Abure and his team, their tenure has long elapsed and they move on. It's so amazing how, or should I say, it's so disheartening how someone based on their own selfish interest would destroy something that would have been so amazingly beautiful, that would have really been built and will go on a long way. It's really sad, isn't it? But anyway, as it is what it is, and then we just keep moving on from there. For everyone, this is the time to participate in politics. We can't afford to stay away. We can't afford to be talking and giving instructions by the side, to be giving
I'm right
advice
there
by
with
the
you.
side.
Good
Let's
morning,
all get our
everyone.
feet and our
Greetings to
legs
you.
in and
Happy
clean up the mess,
Tuesday.
the murky waters that is our
I
Nigerian
definitely agree
politics,
with you.
and make it the kind of
Partyless.
politics that everyone can
Just there's no
participate in,
need.
that can lead to development, can lead to growth, can lead to innovation, can lead to transparency, accountability, good governance, can lead to us having a nation that works for every one of us. A nation that does not work for every one of us is actually a very problematic nation. And all of us are all feeling it. Everybody is feeling worried.
Okay, so I just wanted to hear that Senator Nenadi Usman has been confirmed as the Labour Party chairwoman. So, yeah, I wanted you guys to take a listen to that. They've confirmed her. INEC confirmed her, right? So that's what's happening. And then the next thing, there's an obedience town hall meeting coming up. It's going to be taking place in Enugu. Peter Obi is going to be there. As soon as a date is confirmed, I will share with you guys. I probably will stream it. Hopefully, they're able to allow us to stream. But yeah, so that's coming up. Now, I want to say something. You see how Senegalese people take fights, take resist, take walk out during the football. I not watched the game. I haven't watched football, God knows how long, right? But the stories after I've read and I've followed through. You see how Senegalese people take fight. This is the listing that's expected of Nigerians. I can't even really put it on just Nigerians in Nigeria, because we know that in Nigeria they don't bulldoze those people reach grounds. Anybody with two pairs of eyes and ears go know wetin dey happen for Nigeria. You can't be taking that in every day and expect the people to be gingered. It doesn't work like that. Apart from Lagos, where even in Lagos, they're taking gross advantage of the people. They're just doing whatever they like in Lagos, right? No other place, okay? No other places is it happening like that. Now, your Kaduna State people were denying that they kidnapped 177 people. They denied, the police denied, only for them to turn around and confirm that indeed 177 people were abducted. Now, 11 of those people ran. They took off. Okay? So some of those 11 people are the ones who gave testimony as to what happened, how they were kidnapped. All right? They told them that not to say anything. Their local government chairman or whatever, or their government in Kaduna told them not to say anything. You see how they said they shouldn't say anything because they don't want the US. Oh God. Lives of the people. A life is very important, but your government is saying keep quiet, don't say anything, so that the propaganda that they paid 9 million for can fly in big old 2026, with social media everywhere, with everybody now being their own news channel. You want to silence people and gag them from speaking their truth. This is what Nigeria is doing to its people. Let me let you listen to, there's not going to be video, I'm just going to let you listen to the audio of what this man is saying. We took a bit of it yesterday, but just what's going on?
The responsibility to say we don't have to be.
This is Ahmed Yusuf, Ahmed Dati Baba's brother.
The country needs a new lease of life. We are the wrong people to provide it. I know I'm talking, it sounds crazy, but this is honestly what would have been the best thing. So, you have President Tinubu as a person.
Seems almost impossible.
Well,
because
I know.
Right, and these men that you're talking about, yet ideally, if you say this, politically speaking, in some sense, but almost impossible to tell Bola Tinubu, don't run in 2027. I tell Anatiku, don't run in 2027.
Well, but it doesn't stop us from saying it. Sometimes the most impossible things are the best correct things as well. You'll be in your late 70s, 80s, whatever. You're challenged by so many things. And the country is becoming increasingly more and more difficult to govern. And you can imagine the U.S. has the leverage. You hear stories that the U.S. is sending advice about who should be our vice president. Take a Christian, later don't go with a Muslim. I know they sound incredible, difficult to believe, especially for people of my generation, who remember when Nigeria would look at America and say, I won't use an impolite word, but we would tell them where to go and sit, and Britain and Europe. And suddenly now we have become so low that they're not only throwing bombs in our country, but they are also choosing for the president the faith of his number two. Sending messages saying, don't pick another Muslim, pick a non-Muslim. And you hear all this kind of thing. People hear them. Some believe it, some don't believe it. Anyway, the point I'm making is, if our politicians have the right appropriate levels of patriotism and commitment, both of them can become incredibly powerful. President Atiku, Vice President Atiku, for instance, if he steps aside, he has the historic opportunity of becoming quite possibly a lot bigger, more powerful than the president. His candidate could win if he is not the candidate. For instance,
hello, Kingsley, welcome.
Let's say he picks Tambuwal or Obi, and says he will run for us and he would win for us against Omoye. All of you, I will step down. That's my sacrifice. In return, I want you to support him and support him as his number two. And we will rally the country around these people. And we will defeat APC. And they campaign really hard. They combine the North and the South and say, this is it. Vote. And know that doesn't necessarily guarantee the country will be run better. Buhari has taught us a lot of lessons. One of Atiku's biggest liability is that being Northern is not good enough. This is unfortunately the poor record that Buhari left behind. People played the Northern card for 8 years. President Buhari left the country on its knees.
Well, and that's why I asked you that question. And I don't want us to gloss over it, about the thinking of the Northern elite and those of you who are in the Northern Elders Forum. Is it fair to have a Northern candidate run this country from 2027?
You know what is fair?
Yeah.
Sure. What is fair is allow parties risk the candidates they field, allow Nigerians to choose. Stop this business of fairness or no fairness. Tinubu is not representing the southern part of this country any more than Buhari represented northerners. But politicians have succeeded in getting us into this very tight, very uncomfortable thinking process that says the South has to have 8 years. Which South? Are we talking about the Southeast? In which case, why don't they just give it to Obi?
Great question, right? They'll say it in front,
why don't we give it to them?
and then behind is another thing.
Southwest?
Absolutely, we know them now.
Obasanjo for 8 years. They have Tinubu.
The reason why we did document all this is that they're not
the
come around
South?
tomorrow saying they're not talking.
They had Jonathan.
That's why.
So when people talk about his...
Yeah. They will go, Takia is always effective. Takia is allowed for them. So, yeah, It will be curious to know what they would say behind in their Northern Forum. Northern Forum that is saying that the unity of Nigeria is sacrosanct. I'm like, okay, if you guys feel that the unity of Nigeria is sacrosanct, why don't you do what is needed to ensure that the country is safe for people? Why don't you deal with your terrorists? Why? Why are you not sharing your minerals with everybody? Why are you only sharing the oil from the south? If you believe that the unity of Nigeria is sacrosanct, why are you doing everything that is against it? This is what the Northern Elders Forum said. It's already too late for all that hula baloo. Make we divide the country. Make everybody rest. Exactly, Joshua. Welcome. Exactly. They think now everybody don't open eye. It's not like the 60s and the 40s and the 50s where they only had one Netie news channel that would be spewing and their old BBC spewing propaganda to the people. Now everybody don't become journalists. Everybody with a phone now is a journalist. Everybody's reporting. You want to come and... This is why, for me, I'm vehemently against anyone pushing for a candidate other than Peter Obi. I do not, because he's the best. He still is the best. Northerners will... Look at what Kwankwaso did before he went to ADC. He's already saying he wants... They should consider him, or he wants them to... I don't know, and I'm paraphrasing here. I'm not quoting him verbatim. He wants to be VP. He doesn't mind being VP to Peter Obi. He's already negotiating about the Southerners. Now let Southerners now they go come out, they say, let's just play cool. Let's not, at least, let's just... It's only you people. And na go school pass. Na read pass. But people with sleepers, they dominate. It make sense. Now get all the professors, when I get all the fellows, all the most educated, all the hardworking, all the senene things in the south is you people. But the north go put 10 toes down. They go say, no, this is the even Yusuf, that Kano State governor, when he go meet, when Tinubu invite him behind closed doors to meet with him, make them discuss. Guess what? Yusuf, they say, so make president, help them with security. They go with negotiation. Southern leaders are the dumbest set of people I've ever come across. They only care about themselves and their family. In this life, you cannot care only about yourself and your family. It's impossible. You have to care for your full community so that you can have peace. That's how it works when you have the capacity to. You are in government, you're ought to serve the people, you're only caring, and you think that everything is going to be honky-dory. No, it's not. Only Southern leaders. Northerners are going there with negotiation, not your southern leaders. No. Instead, they go there, they go put hand for ground like beggars, amajiris. Now I get the resources when they take yafu, now I still not get mouth. Now I still want to explain and gamble away your opportunities. You want to gamble away your opportunity to shine. I don't understand. This is southern time. You hear some people making dumb ass arguments. You want another Fulani man to come and be your president again. I don't know. Nigeria matters sometimes. They weak me. Senegal walked out of a game because they were disrespected. Now their FIFA is trying to push to ban Senegal. Where are the Pan-Africanists? Where are the Pan-Africanists to demand that should not happen? Where are the Pan-Africanists to demand that Morocco should be punished for what it did to Senegal? Where are they? Now only mouth to get and Pan-Africanists, all skin folk and kin folk. Now we ourselves, they do ourselves pass. Right now who go give us help? Now we they interested in. If to say na so is sweet, if to say na so Pan-Africanism they sweet, Somaliland for not separate from Somali. Therefore still they sing Kumbaya together. Therefore not separate. Those are the same lineage. Not be say this one come from here, this one come from here. The same goddamn lineage. They say no. We cannot continue to live with people who believe that if we don't join your religion, bye, we are going. We'll get there. Kingsley Adebo, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. I don't think Peter Obi can be muscled, but okay. You know, for what it's worth, he's not in now, so there's not so much I can say, right? We'll see about that. Now, what we don't understand as citizens, as a people, is that we are the ones with the power. That's what we have not yet understood. You guys remember what happened in Kano State? When this man, Yusuf, they wanted to cheat him of that election and give it to an APC person. You guys saw what happened in Kano. That's exactly what every citizen ought to do. It's up to you. You are the ones with the power. That's what you people don't understand yet. You keep delegating those powers. You think that it's somebody else in that position. Let me tell you, for God knows, for months now, for months since this whole coalition conversation started, right? We've been pushing Peter Obi or nothing. Peter Obi or nothing. First of all, it was silent. People were like, no, don't talk like that. We are going in a coalition. Let's be respectful. Let's be this. Let's be that. Right? Well, what do you expect him to say? What do you expect him to say, Kenny? What do you expect him to say? Have they even given him the ticket in ADC? What do you expect him to say? They talk as if we don't understand the landscape of politics for Nigeria. What do you expect him to say? The man needs to get there. I don't expect him to come out and play all his cards for everybody to see. Maybe this is my own thoughts. This is my own perception of things. You don't expect him to just come out and play his entire hand. It's not everything that man can say like that. Anyway, that's what I think. That's what I think. Samuel, welcome. When Morocco and Nigeria play, now so they cheat una out of the winning position. They cheat una out of them. No resistance. The same thing when they heal Nigerians for back home, they heal them for field. They come play Senegal. They try to do the same thing. Senegal say we go lie. It's not going to fly. I beg. There's no day that an Islamic terrorist, and I'm reading from Shehu Ghazali on Twitter, does not spy in northern Nigeria. Yet the Northern Elders Forum is quiet. Arewa Consultative Forum is quiet. Northern Youth Forum is quiet. Why? Because the terrorists are Muslims. If they're Christians, you may guess what will happen. Do you know that JAM withheld some students' results for several months until admission elapsed? Okay. Just in, where this is from Timmy Tom. Where are the hypocrites insulting me because I said Muslim should be Muslim? To me, President Tinubu is a good man. His assistant Kashim is a good man. If they don't betray us and change Muslim ticket, we will vote for them again in the coming election. But if they change that ticket, they will see the results on election day. This was said by Sheikh Sani Yaya Jingere. Another father of fanatic is talking. Hey, let me play this video for you people.
That the reason why Nigerians are advocating for the division of Nigeria is nothing but purely as a result of religious fanaticism that exists predominantly in the north. Take religious fanaticism out of the north, I am telling you, the northern Nigeria becomes the best place any other human being can ever exist. But with fanaticism in the north, nothing good can ever come out of it. And I want to challenge people that will now say that it's as a result of bad governance, bad leadership. I want to tell you that bad governance and bad leadership, as far as it exists in the north, is also informed as a result of religious fanaticism. Because as it is, the clerics are actually the ones that decide who should be voted for and who should not be voted for. And it still falls back to, take it or leave it, you say some of the clerics are in bed with the politicians or whatever, but take it or leave it, even if they are in bed with the politicians or whatever, the fact is, common sense simply entails that a typical northerner should know that religious fanaticism should not be something to be entertained, whether it comes from a cleric, scholar, or a politician. So let's not downplay the reality with bad governance. The fact is, kick out religious fanaticism out of the north and everything becomes equal. Don't blame people for agitating for Middle Belt. Don't blame people for agitating for Biafra. That is just the fact. Because when you look at it now, most of these atrocities are coming from the north and is informed religiously. It's religious inclination that have made the life of them Shegumi to advocate for pardon for people that have unalived individuals, right? And it's the same religious indoctrination that tells you that a politician is Oga, is your head, and you shouldn't actually challenge him irrespective of what he's doing. It's the same religion that have resulted to Muslim ticket. It's the same religion that have told you not to rebel in regards bad governance and a lot of it. It's the same religion that have succeeded in idolizing or criminalizing people that are not of the same religious concept, not tribe, not tribal affiliations. Because I will tell you that as far as the north is concerned, there's no tribal discrimination that you can actually pinpoint to a reasonable extent that is what is dividing people, despite the hundreds of tribes that exist in the north. But as far as religion is concerned, religion is the major principle. And what is my advocacy? My advocacy is, I would have loved a situation I advocate, you talk, I talk, and it's going to change a lot of minds, and everybody at a point in time will come to a specific page and a point of convergence that at the end of the day, all we require is good governance. But if I must tell you the truth, I don't tire. And every other person is getting tired. And it looks as if this is a solution that is going to require my generation and the next generation and other generation. So what is my advocacy? Allow everybody with his own concept to test the test of his medicine. That is why I'm saying when people are advocating they need to go, let them go. And people that are saying everybody must stay, nah lie. And let me tell you how a fanatic typically thinks in northern Nigeria. A fanatic in northern Nigeria believes that northern Nigeria belongs to Usman Dan Fodio,
You hear?
and it belongs to other people, and that they reverence so much that this is their land to conquer, and even the nation. And if you are thinking it stops as just conquering the northern Nigeria or Nigeria, it doesn't stop there. The fact is, a fanatic believes in this general concept that the world entirely must be conquered according to his fanatic ideology. That is to tell you, it's an endless war. And me, I'm not ready for that endless war. I'll go do the one way I see result here. So any other person that is interested in giving these people a test of their medicine, I am in tune with you. I am in tune with you. Let's not be hypocritical. Just like I keep saying, I will not lie to myself. Remove religious fanaticism in the north, and the north becomes the best place, just like it used to be. But if that is not the case, let everybody test his medicine. Seriously. The fact is, all by now, by all of us, nobody lives here forever.
Exactly.
Whatever you think they inform you, now the same thing where they inform you. That same madness where you think say you can acquire as a result of religious fanaticism, myself I feel acquire. And let's see who lives here forever. And nothing more. So sincerely speaking, just like I keep saying, I'm not an ambassador of hypocritical peace. Because when you excuse it on the part of political incompetence, the political influence is actually informed religiously. And the government of the day is doing nothing in that regard. So don't deceive yourself. Whatever it is, the concept you believe you are going to pursue to ensure that you live in peace and your next generation live in peace, pursue it. Till we see from the body language of everybody concerned and even the government that they are ready to embrace peace and let everybody live in harmony, then we can now have a different conversation. But as far as now is concerned, don't deceive yourself. Don't deceive yourself that this talk, now ain't go change everything. Now action go change something.
Okay. You've heard it. It's another and I they talk. Okay, let me read Peter Obi's tweets this morning. Peter Obi says, since it has now been confirmed that over 150 worshippers were kidnapped from churches in Kaduna, where and how did those who denied the incident initially get their information? This is a very critical question. And since those who deny threatened to punish the people said to be spreading falsehood, who now face the punishment? In any serious country, this will trigger decisive national action, clear communication, and visible leadership. Leadership is not only about grabbing power, but it is also about presence. It is about speaking when citizens are hurting, acting when lives are at risk, and showing clearly that every Nigerian life matters. We must act now to ensure that all victims are released safely and unharmed, and to continue confronting decisively this persistent crisis of insecurity in our nation. Enough is enough. Now my president talk that one. Okay? Now he talk am. Now, let me share the video of the woman that was crying. All right? That they stole her equipment.
So guys, I'm making this video after 5. This is after 5. No reasonable arrest has been made. No reasonable interrogation. Imagine where you hold person, wait if person. Then no reasonable interrogation, no nothing. It's obvious that this is pure cyberbullying. It has been happening over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. This is a call for help. Because I'm not going to keep quiet on this particular one. Waiting this people back. The one where they back last year. I never even buy some of the machines then. I'm just trying to get myself back again this year. People that are supposed to handle the case telling us to that they are very busy, that we should handle our case, because they don't say at the end of the whole thing, I will let go. But I'm not letting go of this one because it's pure tribal bullying. Everybody is trying to remove themselves because it's between Igbo. It's Igbo, Igbo. So everybody is trying to not talk. It's Omoye. I remember when the last one happened, it was only one person, it was only one allergy that stood up for me. Only one allergy. He said, Koda. So this woman is buying all her materials from this place. These people stopped me from selling in the market. If I carry my product to the market, they will stop me from selling because I'm Igbo. I buy most of my materials in this place. They stop me from selling. I don't know my reason. I used to pay everything. I do not still complain. I said, for peace sake, I stopped. I started going to other villages to sell. I stopped selling. Each time they keep doing this back to back. This is me calling for help. Please, if you know anybody, because I'm not keeping quiet again. Because the more I keep quiet, the more they keep doing this. The more they keep doing this. People that are supposed to talk are not saying anything. Everybody just trying to keep quiet because I'm Omoye. But the majority of my workers are from this place. They are sucking Omoye money. They are eating Omoye money. But when it's time for them to do the right thing, everybody will back off. Everybody will back off. No one will say anything. I know how many of them is working in that farm. I know how many of them. My raw materials, I buy them here. I don't sell my markets here. I be more, but when they want to sell land, I have acres of land here. I have acres. I'm not saying employ. I have acres of land where I plant cassava. I get land where I buy. I've not used that. Somebody still planting on that land. I have complained. But when I want to buy property, they will sell it for me. They will sell property for me. Then when something happens, they will remember I'm Omoye.
Let me find it for you.
Up to now, police has not made any reasonable arrest. No reasonable arrest. No reasonable arrest has been made. You need to person where it's obvious that you are not looking for any evidence. It's obvious. They are sitting and say they don't go do because I'm Omoye. I didn't say this case is between me and Igbo. If you see how they don't rush to handle this case. I didn't say it's between them
it's
and
in
them.
Osun
They
State.
don't rush handle this case. But just because it's between Igbo, that is the reason why they are trying to rubbish everything. But I'm not letting go. This is me calling for help. It's not a matter of where you are from right now. This is an injustice to a young woman. It's an injustice to a young woman.
Let me play the next one. Please, so if you know how you can help, please, I beg I dey beg una. It's not easy to get acres of land when you dey do farm. Person won't come take am like that. I beg I dey beg una. Anybody when you know as you go take.
So guys, I'm in the police station. Like I tell you, I say I go carry you for along. I just park my motor. I'm going straight to where they detain the person. I will carry you people along. This people has been bullying me. Please, if you can see this video, help me share. I am begging everybody, if you can see this video, this is me crying for help. Help me share. The bullying is too much. I've been bullied because I'm Igbo. They will always rubbish the case because I'm Igbo. I'm in the police station. I will carry people along. I will show you every single damn thing. This particular case is going to social media. I am not hiding it because they keep bullying me. They keep bullying because at this time now, my life and the life of my family is in danger. I know they hide them again. I know how diabolic these people can be. I am not hiding anything again. Because my life and the life of my family is in danger. This is not the first time they are stealing from me, packing my machines. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. Last year they steal 6 times. So every single thing I am going to put it on social media. Anybody that tries to come between this case, I'll put the person's face on social media. This is me voicing out. Enough of the bullying, enough of tribalism. I am Igbo, but when they want to sell property, they will sell property to Igbo. But when it's time for them to talk the truth, they will now remember that I'm Omoye. Enough of it. I am not keeping quiet again. This is the poultry house. This is my poultry house. If you see what these boys can do, the big, God, inside here, you get Inside here, now our control room, big transformer dey here. Then pull her out.
God,
See how they take scatter
abeg
everything.
o.
They see how they
Hey!
say take scatter am. You see am? Now then dismantle these lights.
Crazy.
You see how they take dismantle am, cut everything. See how they take cut am, cut all the wires, cut everything. See how they take cut all the wires, cut every single thing. Cause see this pumping machine medicine. So they cut every single thing. Carry the big transformer wait here. They carry big jet. Carry big transformer, carry big jet. Please, I am asking everybody, if you are seeing this video, help me repost. I want anybody that can help, please come into this case, because this is tribal bullying. And I am saying no to tribal bullying. I'm a very hardworking woman. I cannot be bullied. I bought this property with my hard-earned money, with oppression. I'm a CS mother. If you are a CS mother, see am here, they put am, see as here, they put every single thing. Let's go to my poultry house. Machine when this people back is over 10 million naira. Where am I going to see the money this January? It's more than 10 million. Last year, the one where they pack, I never even get money. Buy them finish this year again. This year again, they have resumed work this year again. They have resumed work this year again. I'm ready to put in my life. I'll put in my life for this particular case.
Abeg, if una know who go fit help o, biko. Oh, enough said o. I don tell una make una no invest again, too.
Hello, friends. I'm here to plead with you to help us save the missing in Kajuru in Nigeria. 167 Christian lives are in imminent threat of extermination in Nigeria. Government officials are covering up an attack that took 100.
Kinsey, did you not hear when she said her workers? Did you not hear when she said she knows those who stole it? It's a Yoruba thingy, according to her, from her own story. You understand? So whoever, if the government of the state knows about this, he should get involved, because this is not a good thing. This is not a good look at all. It's a terrible thing. The same people she employs are the same people stealing from her. She hires indigents. She just owns the business, but she lives there. She hires indigents. And they're the ones taking advantage. It's people from that area that are taking advantage of it.
67 Christians.
Welcome,
trapped
my
into
queen. I see
what
you,
I
my
call the
sister.
open-air
Greetings.
Auschwitz death camps that operate in the Regiona forest near to Nigerian military installations. On Sunday, 3 churches in Kajuru County, Kaduna State, were attacked in a simultaneous coordinated assault. I'm Dee Dee Lageson, president of Save the Persecuted Christians. I'm appalled at news of the official denials of the attack and call on Western media to move quickly to untangle the lies and expose the truth. There is no time. A local village leader initially told the BBC a coordinated church attack had occurred in a village of about 1,000 people and nearly 200 are missing. No deaths were reported. But when county and security officials arrived, suddenly the story flipped. Outsiders and journalists are barred from the area, and the entire event is actively being swept under the rug. I have spoken with Adara Christians, my friends, in Kaduna, who know the truth and have confirmed the attack, but cannot speak out as it is too dangerous. These precious innocents, 167 remaining in captivity, are now at risk of mass murder. They cannot be freed by ransom, or they will unravel the deceit. It is the duty of the journalists to get the facts. Many Nigerian officials are complicit. They profit massively from the industry that is kidnapped for ransom. They are protecting their profits and funding terrorism. Entire Christian communities have been hauled off into the Regiona hostage camps. Even more have been bankrupted by the evil scheme. This is how genocide occurs. Now is the time. This is the moment. Expose the Fulani militia atrocities occurring daily in the Regiona camps. President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, Honorable Mark Walker, Secretary Rubio, Reps Riley Moore, Chris Smith, Bill Huizenga, and Marlon Stutzman and Senator Cruz, don't believe the lies. Save Kajuro's missing. And please pray for these 167 souls. The deceit, the lies, it must end. genocide is happening against Christians in Nigeria. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, that's Suleja now. We are talking Oshun here, you know. That's Suleja. They're talking Oshun.
Divide Nigeria. America wants to divide Nigeria. The northern leaders are crying. They are yelling, saying that they will not allow it. Why won't you allow it? Is it because of the oil? Or is it because you won't be able to grab lands anymore? You won't see people to buy? You won't see people to kidnap? Or your headsmen will not see young girls and women to forcefully enter and then destroy their farms and cause havoc in the country with your wickedness that you all have been watching over the years without saying anything or doing anything to put an end to the idiotic behavior of your people over the years. Why is it that you don't want Nigeria to divide? The union is no longer effective and it's not working. It's not favoring you guys, neither is it favoring us.
Welcome,
all you
Mr.
guys have been doing, the Fulanis and the Muslims in the north, the wicked ones, all you guys have been doing is to buy Christians. Blasphemy. Those nonsense, jihadist, rubbish Sharia laws that you people have been practicing, you are now gradually pushing it to us. Not too long ago, someone's business house was taken in Abuja, saying it's Sharia law. You guys are sick in your brains. You're sick. Now they want to divide Nigeria. You people are crying. They should divide the country. We are tired of you people. We are tired of the North. We are tired of the Northern. You are too aggressive for us. You people don't want to progress. You don't want to advance. You don't want to invent. You don't want to move forward. You just want to be on a standstill. No progress. All you people think about is how to Islamize Nigeria and send out your jihadist crazy bandits to terrorize, spy, and harass people 24/7 in the country. We don't have peace from you people because of your religion. We don't have peace. We should divide. We should go our separate ways. We are tired of you people, the Northerners. Not the Middle Belt. Middle Belt is not part of you. Your north is up there. You the Fulanis and the jihadis and the radical Muslims who don't want to live in peace in Nigeria, that have been causing havoc in the country over the years. Enough is enough. There comes a time when they will have an end to something that is no longer favorable or working out. As it is, the union between the South and the North is no longer working out. And our religion, being Christianity, you guys don't want us to practice it in peace. Therefore, let's separate. Let's separate. You be yourself and live your Afghanistani lifestyle. Nobody's troubling you. And start having children, marry 20 wives, filling your street with children who are not going to school. All you people have over there are beggars. Live your life. Let us divide. You guys can live your lives and let us live our lives. We are not going to continue like this forever. You guys should know that, because the world as it is today is not like the way it was in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s. The world is exposed. Basically, the world now is one global village. Everything is open to the general public. So you guys can't hide your nonsense, evil behavior that you have been practicing in Nigeria over the years. Buying Christians, as we speak, there are some Christians still in IDP camp because you guys, your people, has grudged their lands. And none of you are saying that they should give them back their land and let the people go back to their ancestral lands and their homes. How many of you advocating for that? But you are out there saying that they should not develop. Is it because of the oil? You could have resources in your place. Go and use those resources, your gold and your minerals. Go and use that to survive. And your cows, use them to survive and leave us alone. We want to move forward. I want to, in fact, God Almighty, please let this bill reach Donald Trump's table and let him act on it and divide Nigeria so that we can run away from these stupid northerners that have been troubling our lives and our peace over the years. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. When I go learn the hard way, so people don't want to give Nigerians peace. You guys will learn the hard way.
Bam.
Enough is enough.
Yes.
So I thought to share this.
Yes, thank
God
you.
bless.
Thank you for sharing. Enough is enough. Oh. Mona go, people should go and do terrorism party after party. Mona go do one for North.
To practice
for now 2 states.
Democracy in Africa, for instance, they assume that we were taught democracy during colonial rule and that we somehow betrayed our education. That is not the case. That is not true at all. The colonial regime itself was not a democratic system. It was the most extreme form of totalitarianism. The colonial governor was not responsible to anybody in the territory. He might be responsible to a minister in Paris or in London, but he was certainly not responsible to the people on the ground. And so there was no model democracy. We were not practicing Westminster model in Nigeria under colonial rule. We were practicing colonial dictatorship. And so the colonial people really had no experience even of this so-called democracy that they were supposed to have inherited. They did not inherit anything of the sort. So it was, again, more than simply a question of people not living up to expectation. They really were not prepared. They were not trained for this. Question of being ready, I would like to take that home. Because you cannot, what I'm saying really is that you cannot become ready under colonial rule. Because colonial, there was no attempt. There was no way. There was no. It was not part of the program to inculcate democracy. There's no way you can inculcate democracy through dictatorship. You see, so the colonial system in itself was the very antithesis of democracy. So no matter how long you stayed under it, you would not learn democracy. There was democracy in many parts of Africa before colonial rule came. You see, so to say, oh, let's keep ruling them until they learn democracy, it's really fraudulent. Comes down to not accepting that Africans are people.
Voice of Africa by Africans.
Gabriel Fagbore, a Lagos journalist, gave me his view of the takeover's real causes.
From my own point of view, corruption, nepotism on the part of politicians of all parties, and the danger of internal strife in Nigeria swept the army into power. Some of these soldiers, I believe, are much more intelligent and much more patriotic than the politicians, whom we all condemn.
But there has been a wave of this in West Africa in particular, Central African Republic, Dahomey, Congo, all kinds of places.
Odili.
Why is this?
This is not peculiar to West Africa. You have them in South Africa, in South America too. I mean, there have been coups in Asia, in Sudan, and also in Pakistan, and Middle East.
No special reason then here in Africa?
Well, I can see no special reason, but there is something I say less. Young elements in Africa are in a hurry as much as the continent. Most of these African countries are being ruled by men who belong to the old brigade, who are corrupt, who accept nepotism, corruption, injustice, greed, avarice as virtues. And some of us, I'm not a member of the army, mind you, but some progressive elements believe that this is not the age for corruption. People who go into public life must be prepared to serve for the glory of service.
What difference will it make if Balewa is found alive?
I would very much wish that he's found alive, very much so. But there is no doubt that his weakness in controlling his ministers, especially responsible for the present situation. Take the Western region situation, for example. His government refused to act, even though people are being killed daily and life and property are becoming unsafe. He refused to act.
So you wouldn't want him to get his old job back?
I wouldn't want him to get it back. And I know millions of Nigerians wouldn't. Because we want Nigeria to stay united, prosperous, and great.
This is an old archived video. This was in the West. Lagos-based Yoruba journalist Mr. Gabriel Fagbure gave his account of his excitement over the coup of 1966. Okay, now let's move on. Even then, you hear when they talk say that they kpai people. Even then, wow! You don't tell when this thing dey ground though. Hey, our forefathers see something.
Gabriel Fagbure,
He don't tell. He don't tell. I'm telling you. You hear when he say they've been kpai people. Anyway, moving along. I go soon end this video. I go come back later if I have time.
So it's a breaking news, and we hear that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has conferred the second highest national honors on Mr. Gilbert Chaguri. And it's funny that many Nigerians, because he has white skin, they're asking, who is the guy, who is this guy, is this guy? Okay, so for basics and for official information, he is a Nigerian Lebanese. He was born in Nigeria to a Lebanese parents, and he's been doing business in Nigeria. He's a co-founder of the Chaguri Group. And that is what you need to know. He's an investor. Banana Island, Eco Atlantic City, and a lot of other things in Lagos. But unofficially, he is known as the Jagaban's godfather. So those of you that think that Tinubu does he as a godfather, that is a lie. Mr. Gilbert Chaguri. And with this conferment, it confirms it clearly that his birthday was on the 8th of January. And now he's now a GCUN, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. Unfortunately, we don't read this, so we don't know. But this guy has been involved. He's been on ground for a while. He was one of Abacha's strongest men, laundering money for a lot of Abacha. That's why a lot of people cannot deny the fact that Tinubu knows what happened to MK Abiola, and of course, they was working closely with the military. People have said that recently, and you are arguing. Those people know what they are saying. Tinubu was funding the anti-Abiola regime, and he was going to look like Abiola, blah, 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 I'm with you and all that. My guy Emma Saddam, made a very powerful illustration. It was an eye-opener for me. I've heard a couple of small stories, but when he made that illustration on his YouTube, it was mind-blowing. I shared it a while ago. I'm going to share it again. Maybe I'll take permission from him to share that video again, and it's going to be an essay to go on his YouTube, Emma Saddam Show, and look for it. It's an over 30 minutes exposition. Very many videos do not expose as much as he did, but I'll share except of so you can go and check it. Tinubu, when I told you that this guy got the contract for the Coastal Highway without beating, $11 billion contract for the Coastal Highway, his company got it without beating. Is the reason Tinubu goes to France to chill, to rest for official medical tourism. Is the reason. Chaguri. Wow. Watch the video, my brothers and sisters. No rest. We not go now, you know. Yeah, the godfather. The Coastal Highway it's being constructed to link all his businesses together in Lagos. I'm telling you. Watch the video, mostly.
Who is the godfather of the Jagaban himself? Who is the godfather of the Jagaban himself? Well, dear Nigerians, I present to you the man called Gilbert Chaguri. He's not your average businessman. He was born to Lebanese parents in
Let me share the direct video of Emir Saddam that he's talking about, since he made reference to it, so we can just watch the 30-minute expose. I've seen it, but let me just share with you guys. I hope I can find the video. Okay. Okay, there we go. Welcome, Kola.
Welcome to another episode of the Emir Saddam Show, where we uncover power, politics, and truth behind the scenes. I'm your host, Emir Saddam, and today we will be going very deep, deeper than the ocean, if I tell you so. Today's episode on the Emir Saddam Show, we'll be discussing about why Bola Tinubu is in France. Do you know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has a godfather? Do you know the Jagaban has a godfather? And if
Okay, you know what? I'm going to come back and share this. I don't have time, so let's just
Nigeria,
go through this.
So he's
call it a day.
Lebanese Nigerian, as the case may be. He has built an empire. He has built numerous empires. Well known in the 90s as allegedly the money launderer of Sani Abacha, the late General Sani Abacha, the man that laundered funds for Sani Abacha in the 90s, the man that was laundering Nigerians' money for Sani Abacha in the 90s. And do you guys remember the whole story that was painted about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that Deco created Nadeco, was part of Nadeco, he used Nadeco to fight Abacha's regime? What is Bola Ahmed Tinubu doing with the man that laundered money for Abacha? Did he really fight Abacha, or was he the inside man to Abacha? These are questions that I think we should begin to ask ourselves as a country, because if your
Sid, welcome. Oh,
was the person laundering money for Abacha, I begin to wonder, were you really at war with Abacha, or were in business with Abacha?
Was jealous of Abacha. Jealousy won't buy him.
Of the Abacha's regime as your current minister of budgeting and planning, Tiku Bagudu. For a man that build his charisma or his character around fighting for democracy, fighting the Abacha regime, it is weird to hear or imagine that your characters around you are people that were the closest to Abacha. If you were just dealing with probably some few ministers of Abacha, some people that would have been in government, you know, there are some people that they call Ajib, any government in power. It's understandable, okay, because those people, they are always gallivanting around the corridors of power looking for one, filling up their portfolios, looking for an office or other. It's understandable. But when the key people that laundered finance for Abacha are your men, I begin to question truly if you are an Abacha's ally or an Abacha's enemy. And I hope Nigerians begin to understand these issues I'm discussing here today. Gilbert Chagori was not just a money launderer for Abacha. He has been. We'll see most of this on your screens for you to understand. He has been fined in the United States for illegal campaign donations using straw donors. He has had his run-ins with international law enforcement in Nigeria. Very powerful. He is known as the owner of Eco Atlantic City. He literally owns Eco Atlantic City. In the US, he's very controversial, and in France, he's untouchable. That is the current godfather of Jagaban. So for him to have been there his sixth time, it's probably he's going to give every quarter a report to his godfather on what he has done, breakdown on deals, contracts, because he has given this man a whole lot of contracts, of which we will be exposing a whole lot of them on the platform today. A whole lot of contracts have gone to Chagori's firms, courtesy of the Bola Ahmed Tinubu, right from his days as Lagos State Governor till today. So it is not a relationship that is just a relationship of today. It is a relationship that has been for over 25 years. So if he has been in relationship with this man for over 25 years, stretching back to 1999, then you begin to ask questions. Truly, was Bola Tinubu allied to Abacha, or really an enemy? Or the question they asked, or the question of that have been put outside there.
Trump bam nah. Our dad is good. He's flying high.
My very good friend, someone that I respect a whole lot, David Hundeyi. It is important Nigerian begins to.
He was jealous of Abacha's power, dictatorship, that level of power he was wielding. He was also jealous of Abiola. You know, he was part of the reason why they truncated the June 12. He was part of the reason. Actually, they asked him and he said, yeah, let's go ahead and cancel the whole goddamn thing. So Tinubu snitched and is responsible for truncating, is one of the people responsible for truncating that June 12 election. Yeah. Oriyomi, welcome. Emeka, welcome. I go soon wrap him up. We'll see again later.
Who is this man occupying the seat in Asurok? What are his deals? What is he doing with the finances of the country? So let's dive into who Gilbert Shaguri is a little bit. He's not the average businessman. He's a billionaire. I'm trying to be very careful with my words here so that I do not say things that are not accurate here. I'm saying things that I can remember, things that I've done a little research on for you guys to understand. Is that under Obasanjo or under Jonathan that he was exiled of Nigeria? One of those two regimes made the exiled him out of Nigeria. He was a known money launderer for Abacha. It's not a hidden fact. Everybody knows about this. Everybody knows about what's happening in Nigeria, knows about this. Probably the common Nigerians I'm trying to pass this message to right now do not know. Or they know that he laundered money from Abacha, but do not.
We'll come back and watch the full 30 minutes except. Okay?
Rumors are coming out that the United States is planning to divide Nigeria because they feel that is the only way they can stop the Christian genocide that is happening in the country. They are planning to divide Nigeria into the northern and southern protectorate. And they are seriously negotiating and planning to include the middle belt into the southern protectorate because they believe there are so many Christians in the middle belt. So they are negotiating and planning to include the middle belt into the southern protectorate. Despite Tinubu spending $9 million to lobby U.S. officials to convince President Trump that there is no Christian genocide happening in the country. But the most shameful part of it is that they are now trying to scapegoat the Igbo people in this issue. Because so many persons believe that the Igbo people that are pushing this Christian genocide narrative, despite the evidence is all over the place. Despite the evidence is all over the place that even the blind man can see. Now they want to scapegoat the Igbo man that because they are pushing the narrative that it is the Igbo people that are bringing this Christian genocide narrative. And now after President Tinubu spent $9 million, the US leftist is now pushing another narrative that it was an Igbo man, a screwdriver seller in Anambra, that convinced Donald Trump to strike not in the Sokoto Caliphate. That it was an Igbo man, an Anambra man, a screwdriver seller that convinced Donald Trump about this Christian genocide narrative to strike the North. What a shame. What a shame. Despite US officials coming to Nigeria to confirm, and even the Nigerian foreign minister saying it was Nigerian that gave intel. The Nigerian government that gave intel to the US to carry out the strike. You now say it was an Igbo man, a screwdriver seller, that convinced Donald Trump to strike the North. What a shame. What a shame. After they are pushed, after Tinubu has spent $9 million to lobby officials, this is the foolish narrative they are bringing. Now they want to scapegoat the Igbo people. If you don't want Igbo people to be in Nigeria, allow them to go. You don't want them to go. And say they don't want them to stay. What type of lifestyle is this? 2027 is coming. Nigerian future need to be decided on a referendum. The whole country need to shut down. We need to start a new referendum and decide our fate.
Yes.
Because this country is not working.
At
and
all.
It will not work.
It
Where
won't.
it's going.
Yep.
without restructuring.
Yep. Absolutely. This is on a great note to end. We will come back again, come talk the rest. Screwdriver seller for 9 million. I saw them scam Nigeria. Now so now they don't collect 9 million. Some people have become 9 million richer. Where is the money? Oh God. Meanwhile, people they suffer. One Nigeria can never ever be at peace with Fulani jihadists. No, we don't want one Nigeria. May everybody enter their father house, I beg. May everybody answer their papa name. We don't tire. With the way it is, they work. I beg. With that, on that note, my people, I go see you now later. Mona enjoy the rest of our day. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate the poll. 74% say yeah. Let's divide the BS. Great, fantastic. This is how it should be. Before, if you put this one up, like a huge percentage go say no. Now everybody, you don't flip. You see, you see what bad governance has done. So it's so easy to scam Nigeria. Enjoy. Yes, so I'm telling you, it's very easy. I go see you now later. Bye. Thank you.